They're cutting workforce at nuclear sites, as well as energy infrastructure sites, and Hanford Reach. Now, the cuts are concerning, but being from Cascadia, Hanford Reach is something that lives in my brain rent-free. Hanford Reach is located on the Columbia River Basin, and Hanford Reach is where the United States made the plutonium for one of the bombs that was dropped on Japan. Unfortunately, back then, when nuclear was in its infancy, they didn't really know where to store the nuclear waste, so what they did was build these big concrete tanks and then poured it into, which is located at Hanford Reach. Now, the thing about concrete is over time, it will crack, and as a result, the stuff in that tank has begun leaking into the soil at Hanford Reach, making it a super cleanup site. In fact, the actual cost to clean it up, this is like 10 years ago, so it's certainly gone up, was nearly $300 billion. So this is not a little thing. This is a big thing that is being made worse by the cleanup crews that were working on it now being fired. Not all of them, but I don't know if you know this, it's kind of difficult to find people that want to work around nuclear waste. And it's made worse by the fact that workers that were at Hanford Reach have already become sick trying to deal with the toxic waste. And the concern is that this incredibly toxic waste is going to seep down into the soil and get intermingled with groundwater, and then there's nothing we can do about it. So the idea was to deal with it before that happened, and Trump has just fired the workers that do that. Or at least a good portion of them. Now, if you're MAGA and your response is, oh, we're saving money, well, you're going to have to spend hundreds of billions of dollars more dealing with the worst situation in the future. And that's in addition to the people that were fired at the nuclear reactor sites. Those people are dealing with like security and making sure that their systems don't get hacked and also just making sure those systems function. When I talk about disasters happening under the Trump administration inflicted by his own policies, this is what I'm talking about. I hope this doesn't turn into anything, but I don't have a lot of faith that it won't.